some potential discussion topics that I think we could all, when I toss it to the table, I want to know from each person, what is the highest you've ever been? Like, do you have a weed nightmare story? Because I definitely do. And mine is, mine is one time I took a little bit too much of an edible, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but we went to a Korean barbecue. And we were in this, I was like 23. And we were in Koreatown, and we went into this restaurant, and it was so fucking hot inside. And it's like the open, like where you cook your own, like Korean barbecue. And the smell, you have to be in the right mindset, I feel like, to go into a Korean barbecue. And I was not. The smells are so intense. I was very nauseous even before we got there. And we went inside, and it was so fucking hot and stuffy that I literally was like, I'm going to have a panic attack. I ran outside, and I found a trash can, and I vomited. And I was like, I didn't know that weed could do that to you. Like, that was the first time I realized, I was like, this shit's fucking with me. This shit's fucking with my brain cells. And then I vomited, and it was immediate. I felt 100% better. I went back inside and I said, where's the bulgogi? Where's the bulgogi? Kamsamanida. Right? Where's the fucking bulgogi? Because I just had to vomit. Sometimes you just have to puke. Sometimes you have to be sick on the fucking floor. And then you go back in and you lock in and you eat the bulgogi. And that's fine. That was probably the highest I've ever been. And it was bad. Okay. Like, that feeling of like verge of a panic attack. I had been that way for like 45 minutes. And I was like, end this. Finish him! Like, have the panic attack so I can move on. Like, I was getting frustrated with myself. Just fucking freak out or don't freak out. Like, this weird purgatory in between is horrific. So, you just have to puke and then have bulgogi. And I figured out that that's kind of the remedy. So, I would toss that question to everyone at the table. Okay? Then I would move on to something a bit more inflammatory. I would say, in y'all's opinion, what is the best city in the world? Right? Because people have very hot opinions on this question, I have found. What's the best city in the world? Where's your favorite place in the world? And while I invite sentimental answers like, oh, my grandma's house. Boring. Where's your favorite place? Okay? Is it medieval times? Is it the Renfest? Is it Disney? Is it Korean barbecue? I want to know, where is your favorite place in the world? And for each of these people I've invited, I feel like their answer would be so specific. Also, your answer to this question is deeply reflective of who you are as a person. It's a great question. Another question that my dear friend Caleb Heron had asked me one time is, 5 years from now, what is your ideal perfect day? Where do you see yourself? What are you doing? How do you wake up? How do you go to bed? And what's in between? Who are you with? Right? What's the weather? Like, literally paint everything for me. And I think about that question almost every day. So I would toss that to everyone. Okay, and then also let's talk about food for a second, because I want to see a really nice spread. This is something where I would expect people to, like, I'm not cooking everything for you bitches. Y'all need to bring something. I'll do the mains. I'll get the Popeyes turkey. I will make the mashed potatoes. I might even do a green bean casserole. That's kind of the extent. Each of you needs to bring your own thing. And we would have a great kind of spread here between the Bronte sisters. They would bring something really fucking nasty, I feel like, because, like, what were y'all even eating back then? Like what were you eating? Because British people love to call something pudding. They love to call some bullshit pudding when that is not pudding. And I know that colloquially it's different. I fucking know. I know. But pudding oftentimes is something very gelatinous to British people, and I'm not really rocking with that. So if you bitches, and by you bitches I mean the Bronte sisters, if y'all bring some gelatinous fuckery to my Thanksgiving, you're eating on the patio. Because I don't want to see that. Okay, bring something normal. At least like a nasty Victorian sponge cake or something, you know what I mean? Actually, sponge cakes are pretty good. But like a nasty cake, like a fruit cake or something, sure, bring that, okay? And it'll sit on the dessert table and no one will touch it. But thank you for bringing it. I feel like the range of dishes that would come from these guests would be really, really great. So I tasked them with that. I do want to see a sweet potato casserole, and it's the sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top. Don't piss me off. That's what I want. So if you bring some nasty, like, it's not even sweet potato casserole. I've seen, what do they call it instead? Sweet potatoes or candied yams. I do love candied yams, but sometimes they don't put enough sugar and it's literally just plain sweet potato candied yams and you're pissing me off. At least put some brown sugar, put some maple syrup, put some butter. For the love of Christ. Okay? Like I want that to almost be a dessert. It's so rich and sweet. Because sweet potatoes are naturally very sweet. Okay? Just beef it up.